Welcome to Cars and Health Bars, or should I say, Tune In Tuesday. Yes, sir, this is our mini-series that we want to hit on. Again, this is going to be a limited series, around 30-minute episodes. We definitely ran over today, so I hope you guys enjoy it. This whole mini-series is going to revolve around our school stories. So if you had some interesting stories about school, see if you relate to ours, and let's get right into it. Welcome to the mini-series, which I would have already said, but here we are. What are we going to get into today?
So, today we're going to get into trade school culture, like high school, trade school. I don't really know if SkyCTC is like that, but...
Yeah, I think we're specifically talking about a high school technical school, because that's, man, ain't no way a third of the people that went to our high school technical school went on to to college.
They had to do anything in life.
God, like, trade school was where you either went to actually pay attention, learn your trade, or you went there because regular class was boring. Yeah. He wanted to dip and not worry about getting caught.
God, I wanted to be a redneck, take my truck, not automotive.
Before we get into the people, do you remember the bathrooms there?
Yeah.
Dude, the N3 toilets didn't even have stalls. Like, they were just toilets out in the open. Dude,
you think I ever took a shit there? Nah.
There was one guy, you wouldn't even know his name if I told you, but he graduated whenever we were in sophomore year. I got lucky enough to get in trade school sophomore year. Dude, he was like... the automotive teacher looked over at him, and he's just there prairie dogging. And he's just sitting there peeing beside him. He just looks at him and goes, "You got to do what you got to do," and just kept on peeing. He came in, he's like, "Yes, sir, I was in there prairie dogging." Was there even a seat on those toilets? I want to say there wasn't. I don't know. I could be wrong, though.
I think there was.
Dude, there ain't no way. I don't know how they got away with doing something like that.
You tell me, bro.
God, dude. The culture of people down there, man. What was it like?
You want to get into we can kind of talk about JROTC culture too, if you wanted to.
They are the hall monitors of school, so don't throw
I
no
had
disrespect.
JROTC one time.
No way.
And I also had automotive. Yeah, I had it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I had it. I liked the PT and stuff in there. Like, it was like gym. I like that, but other than that, I didn't like it.
Oh, my wife loved that class, but she was just like everybody else. She was just in there to, have fun and, get physical and everything. But she's like, God, there was just people in there that felt like they were acting like they were getting ready to go off to war.
Yeah, they for sure thought they were like America's next Private Ryan.
I am the American sniper.
Yeah, like they think of Chris Kyle.
You better take me seriously.
They think they're going to shake Barack Obama's hand the day they graduate.
God. I graduated from the presidential fitness test. Dude, and those kids, the ones that took it way too serious were the ones wearing that crap in class.
They had me wear right, but since I had automotive, I didn't want to wear that in class. I was like, oh, I got automotive, I'm going to get dirty. So I told him, I was like, hey, can I just wear normal clothes so I don't get my uniform dirty? And he's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Get me out of that shit. And one of the guys who was like a higher rank than me was like, what are you doing out of uniform?
I completely forgot about the JRTC kids. Okay, so the guy that basically said, hey man, do you even stop and listen to yourself? This guy? There was a guy just going off wearing this JRTC outfit about just nothing about how that you don't get respected and how I think people were picking on him for wearing the outfit. And this guy just looks at him and goes, listen here, Private Ryan, why don't you sit down and listen to the class? God, this guy was such a savage, dude. Oh my God. But man, trade school, you went down there to dip.
So I told Matt, and he was like, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, does he know her?
He almost got a job there.
Oh my, no way!
Yeah,
Dude.
he almost became a diesel and something instructor.
Oh my god, dude, Matt would not make it. Dude.
I know. I was like, you're not ready. I was like, these kids are gonna piss you off.
Not only that, but dude, he's just gonna walk out into the parking lot and see what some of those kids are driving, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you go drive that into a wall?"
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I know my machine shop teacher, I kid you not, this is a story he tells like opening day every single time. He's like, okay, so I kid you not, my first day after teaching, I heard my name so many times, I went home and I was just sitting there watching a muted TV. My wife was freaked out and said, hey, are you okay? He said, yeah, I got tired of hearing my dang name so many times, I just don't want to hear nothing at all. She thought he was losing it. Dude, those shop teachers, they have temperament, man. And granted,
Yeah,
those are
some classes are worse than others too on the teachers.
I don't know if that's something that the schools have kept an eye on since we graduated, but like the shop teachers are definitely like a lot more down to earth with you. Like I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, the kids.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
like,
no disrespect, I mean they deserved it.
I know one of my buddies I work with, he said like if somebody would leave like the lathe chuck inside of the lathe, he would pull it out and throw it at you, and he'd be like, hey, did that hurt? And like, that ain't gonna hurt nothing like it's gonna hurt if it actually flies out and hits you. And it ain't wrong.
True.
God, dude, they're...
What about like kids? Like I remember Ryan Brooks, bruh, always doing some crazy shit.
He was.
I remember him and Nick Gutierrez got this. We had this Dodge Durango RT, so it's like Gen 2 Hemi car. They're all right. Well, they worked on it or something. And they got permission to drive it down the road because if you had your permit, you could go test drive it.
Yeah.
Or your intermediate. And they fucking were like giving that bitch hell, bruh. Apparently,
God.
and Burge got fucking pissed.
God,
Like they broke it because they were raping it.
dude.
I
I
remember
think
what
I heard
broke, but
about
just
that.
remember something broke. Yeah.
God, dude, that is terrible. God,
I've never seen him so mad, bro. I was like, oh shit.
I just remember there being like our side of the hallway with like the actual physical trades, and the other side of the hallway with like the drafting and CAD and well, not even CAD, but like just drafting and nursing. Like all that was like the non-physical, and they were like two completely different groups of people.
Yeah, I had a computer class down there my first year, freshman.
Like I remember sometimes
like-
where we did like CAD and CAM drawings, we would have to go to the drafting class and get models sometimes drawn up by them. Dude, they would always look at me like I was like an alien from a different planet whenever I'd walk in their class, because I'd be like, I've oil dripping all over me. I'd probably have a tool in my back pocket, and they'd be like, oh, get out of here, you dirty.
Like
Yeah.
me working on cars back there. Get grease all over you.
Yeah, man, there was
I remember,
some... Huh?
there's one truck. I had this Dakota Hemi truck. It had a fuel rail issue. It wouldn't. So come to find out, a whole chunk of the block is just fucking missing, or the head. My bad. A whole chunk of the head just fucking gone, and we're like, well, it kept leaking fuel, and no one could figure it out. I look at it, I'm just like, bruh, what the fuck?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I was like, clearly something horrible has happened. Who let the special needs kid with the hammer at this thing?
God, did y'all really have that kind of like so mechanically
I had to
challenged?
JD
Like,
weld it,
oh,
and it
God.
just didn't work. So that whole head was scrapped. Unless you weld it back, which, I mean, I don't think anyone at trade school is going to weld that head back.
No, I was wondering, did they ever let you guys work on your actual like own vehicles there?
Yeah.
Did they?
I brought my carburetor in and rebuilt it.
I didn't know about that. I know
Yeah, for Dad's C10, I brought it in and rebuilt it.
they were lenient in machine about letting us machine our own stuff as long as
I
like.
drove Dad's C10 into the shop a million times.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Which back then I was freaking.
Yeah,
going-
Burge always in there looking at it.
That was a time period whenever I was head over heels over my wife and couldn't look 2 feet at any other direction. Man, that I just remember skills too. That was so much fun, dude.
Yeah,
like,
that was fun.
God rest Tommy's soul, dude. I love
Yes,
Tommy
sir.
being there. That was just God. We had a time, dude.
Yes, sir. And Corbin. I
Yeah.
remember Corbin.
Beat you with a belt. Yeah, and I mean, some of the people down there at trade school, the different vehicles they drove, dude. God, the car
Oh yeah, that was
culture.
the best part.
There's that dude with that crossfire, dude. That thing sounded
I
horrible.
hated that thing.
God, he was wanting to race my Ram so bad, and I'm like, which,
I kid you not, you could be at the top of the high school and you would be in the school and you could hear that sucker when he left.
God,
Like at the road.
that's insane. And Ryan Brooks's
Man,
Camaro
it's like
was
at
so
least
loud.
a quarter mile down, like downhill.
I just remember whenever I think of trade school people's vehicles, I think of Chris Schlater's like truck, like those loud subs,
Yeah.
dude. He would come over
I
at food,
swear.
dude. He'd come to Food Line right at closing time, and like he'd be at the back end of the parking lot, and dude, he was like flexing the windows in the breezeway at Food Line. His system was so loud, dude.
That's how them people be, bro.
God.
They be out hitting their subs. They're like, oh my god, I could shake the glass at the building next to me.
I don't know. You might have a different thing on it than I do, but I feel like the carpentry guys were kind of the preppy out of all the mechanical trade or physical
No, I
trades.
agree.
Like they were always
sure.
like, I got my clean wood, my clean tools. Over here being all preppy.
I'm over here knee deep in some axle grease, buddy.
Dude, none of our CNCs had enclosures on them, so I would always get coolant all over me. Now they've got all enclosed machines. I was at the trade school not long after they got that huge remodel, and then they blocked people from coming in completely. But dude, I don't know about automotive, but Machine Tool got such a big, like they sold all their machines, and I'm kind of upset about it. They did it the year after we graduated because one of the guys that graduated after us, he actually got in on the silent auction for the machines, and he actually got a couple of them. I'm kind of butthurt about that because I really wanted one of those mills.
Damn.
I know, and I know for sure my machine shop teacher definitely would have got me in on that because me and him pretty tight still. I was pretty sad about that, dude. I really be needing a manual mill. Yeah, I don't know if automotive which I don't know what they could have got new other than tools and maybe some new lifts. I don't know how bad y'all's stuff was. Our stuff
They
was
didn't need
pretty.
lifts. Lifts usually last forever. Like, yeah, usually the concrete's what's giving you issue instead of a lift.
I would say our machines last forever, but they were, God, dude, those machines were
As long as you get your lifts inspected, you're good.
those machines were the abused stepchildren in the orphanage of machines. Like, dude,
I had a sketchy lift at Ford.
really,
Uh-huh.
like,
I'd put F-350s on that sucker.
Oh
and
my
they'd be
God.
just flexing, bruh.
God, dude.
But if it goes up, it goes up. Because if it ain't supposed... Like, if it's over a certain weight, it'll just not go. So if it goes, it goes.
I'm curious. Did you guys ever have a co-op program in automotive?
Yeah.
Did you ever do it? I don't think you did.
I got a
Wait.
job from him.
Oh, okay. I was like, ain't no way he was co-oping and working at the dairy barn. There ain't no way that they allowed that to happen.
Nah.
Because for me, I was co-oping
Bird
like.
did get me a job at a dealer.
Oh, he put the word in for you?
At a GMC dealer, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that you worked there. I forgot all about
It was
that.
like right after I graduated. I got mad about got mad at the factory.
He was probably in tight with them because he's like, everybody in Glasgow knows him.
I don't know. I'm guessing they were. I didn't stay there long. I stayed there like a month or two. I felt kind of bad about it.
I know for like most of my I got in trade school sophomore year, so I was like I was co-oping at the beginning of, or the end of junior year and all of senior year. I was barely there senior year because I was co-oping the whole entire time. I got certified pretty
I don't know
quick.
how I got a job. I don't know if I applied at. Yeah, I applied before I got the job at the dealer.
Oh
at
yeah,
the Chevy dealer, and that's how I got that job.
huh? Dang.
I done forgot about that. It was
Yeah.
like so long. Just like all those high school kids. I remember he had a break tin can and had his lighter and sprayed it out, and Burge got fucking pissed. He said, "If I see you do that one more fucking time, I'm sending your ass to the office."
Dude, his girl at the time was throwing shade at me, like for having I think it was my Ram. It was either my Ram or my V6 Camaro, and it was modified, and she's like, your boyfriend's spending all this money on his car, and sitting here saying that, and her truck literally has the far from stock sticker on the back, big as it can get. I'm like, are you serious? Like, how you gonna throw that shade at me and have far from stock on the back of your truck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, that's the most hypocritical thing. Like, and the trucks, oh my god.
You could talk about like all the truck community pretty good, couldn't you?
Dude, literally, like, the motto, if you had a truck, if you had a manual truck and you went to trade school, the motto was grind it till you find it, because couldn't nobody in that school drive a manual. And you knew anytime a manual would pull up, because they would, I'm dead serious, they would grind it till they find it. It would sound like a meat grinder pulling up into the parking lot every time, because they downshift to take that curve, downshift into first, and you could hear it, buddy. Like,
No rev match.
no, sir. No, sir.
Oh my god.
They be ramming at that end, dude, and they just sit there.
This is downshift the first. No rev match.
No, sir. I'm going to push it
Them
in.
Synchros are gone.
I swear, dude. And then there was a smaller guy that we went to school with, and dude, I literally saw, which, I always sat in the parking lot and waited for school to start. He had both hands on his shifter trying to push it into gear, dude.
No.
Yes, sir. I was like, God, dude, like, what are you doing?
Oh
What?
my god. If you think if it takes two hands to put it in gear, maybe you got an issue.
Like, how daddy gonna give you the keys and not show you how to drive a manual? What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I learned on a manual, but some people shouldn't be handed the keys to a manual if they haven't at least been shown
I
a little
learned
bit.
on my own.
My first truck I drove was a Cummins in the hayfield, 6-speed. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And then a Chevy Colorado 5-speed that for whatever reason would die if you wasn't on that clutch immediately.
Dude, I've drove a few of them, and they are...
Like, that thing was
Sounds good.
iffy.
Yeah, we got a 4-wheel drive one at the shop, and I drove it once.
We could never figure out what was wrong with that thing, but like if you wasn't high up in the RPM whenever you shifted, it would die. Like if you dropped below like 1K, it was dead. It was shutting off. Like, I don't know. It was like, if you wanted the hard way, sink or swim of driving a manual, drive one that is not very good. Like that, that was rough. That was rough to learn on that truck.
I'm surprised you didn't hear all that shit talk about your Dodge.
Oh, I did. Like I said on the truck episode.
Why do people be shit talking that?
It's crazy too, because if you look now, like
That's a nice truck.
the most popular thing to do is to buy like a Tundra or like, a gas truck and lift it up now. Like, it's such a big thing now. Nobody cares. It's like, cool, you got a gas truck. Like, now, back in my day, dude, whenever I had my gas truck, they hated me. It was like, God, why are you wasting all that money on a gas truck? It was clean. A lot of people thought it was a Cummins just by looking at it. It was a pretty good looking truck, honestly. A lot of money in it. There was just so much too, and like, dude, me and Trish got in so much trouble. Like, we wasn't even doing nothing. We'd just be sitting out in the truck just talking, because that's about the only time we got to spend time with each other. And dude, that freaking hall monitor,
Watches, yeah.
dude, he'd be pecking on the glass every day. Get out of the truck, go up there. Like, they were so strict. You could not sit in your vehicle before school started for whatever reason. They wanted you to go up front. Like, why can't I sit in my own vehicle if I ain't doing nothing?
For real.
And then me and Trish got in trouble. Like, they were threatening to expel us because somebody else was fornicating in the parking lot, and because me and Trish were always in our vehicles, they thought it was us. It's like,
Wow.
God, dude, we got blamed for some dumb stuff. I mean, we did get in trouble for some legit stuff, like, PDA and stuff, but we did not fornicate in school parking lot.
Yeah. No, that'd be dumb.
We got more sense than that.
That's like white trash shit.
That's right. Gotta get it in for school, buddy. Go, dude.
We did the trailer park before we left too.
Oh my God, I just thought of another person we have to get in on whenever we just have the etc. category, dude. He was probably one of my favorite people whenever he got angry. But dude, we got to get back on these trade school people, dude. They're great. They're just. I feel like the dipping redneck guys scared the guys across the hall.
Corey Graves.
Dude, God. And me and Corey were really good friends too. I like Corey, but Corey was like confrontational as anything. Like if you said anything negative, he was gonna like beat you down.
I know. He's not like 180 now, but I met someone at work who knows him.
Dude, he's super tall.
An LS truck that we like tuned or something.
He towed cars for his family had like a towing
he still
company.
does.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you know, Corey was. I don't think I had any issues with anybody in trade school. I don't really remember much about the HVAC guys. They seem pretty chill.
Yeah, Jacob Martin.
I don't remember Jacob Martin being in HVAC.
He's been there. I remember me and him talking the hallways, bro.
I just remember
that snack cart come around, buddy.
We was always meeting up at the vending machine, buddy. You know, another thing I really like about trade school is we would have other schools come in, like surrounding schools that didn't have trade schools, and dude, like it was so chill to be able to like meet people that were outside of your school. I think some of I know for sure Cookie, he was from Caverna. I would have never met him. That's like, you know, you and Cookie are about as close to brothers that I would have. You know, I would have never met Cookie. And a lot of people, I was looking back on like my DMs, and there's like one guy from Hart County, like me and him were really good friends. It's like some of the chillest people went to trade school, man.
Corbin, I don't think he was Barron, was he?
I'm not sure. I never did know very much about Corbin. I thought Corbin was really cool. Like everybody's
a lot of Glasgow people in automotive. I never did. There's one like Puerto Rican dude. He's all weird.
I don't remember.
God, it was like just trade school culture to fuck with people, though, bro.
Yeah, it was. Like, you had to have some thick skin to be in trade school, dude.
Yeah, bro.
I got messed with one time, and I just wasn't having it. I was a senior, and one of the sophomore kids, like, I would do co-op, so I'd keep my work boots in the classroom, and some kid hid my shoe. Like, the sophomore, like, took my shoes and hid them, and, dude, I, like, grabbed hold of him. I'm like, I'm about to mess you up if you don't come up with my shoes right now. I told you not to mess with my shoes. I think that's the close I ever got to, like, actually being physical with somebody.
Homie was in a Baku video. He wasn't the main character either.
I'm not gonna lie, I was getting that big man syndrome too, because he was a lot smaller than me, and I was like, I'm about to mess you up, dude. Like, I feel kind of bad looking back at it, because, you know, he's a really cool kid, and he meant well. He was just trying to mess with me. He just caught me on the wrong day.
He got fucked.
I don't remember you ever having it.
Body slammed.
I don't remember you ever getting any kind of physical thing, like, ever. You might have in elementary school and me just not knowing about it.
Yeah, and Ryan Brooks has two brothers. I don't know if you know that.
No.
They live next to my grandma. Like, our grandmas live right next to each other, so we'd be at our grandma's in the summer. And this is how I met Ryan Brooks. So I wasn't like friends with his brothers really, but they'd come over, and I was like, yeah, I'll play with you, whatever, play basketball. And I'd always beat them. And one day they got like real mad, one of the brothers, and he went and shoved me, so I went and shoved him to the ground. And I just walked away. I was like, I'm done with this shit. Y'all ain't worth my time. And fucking Ryan Brooks comes out, gets all up in my face. I'm like, look, bro, you can get fucked up too. And I just walked away because he's like not going to stop me.
That's funny.
So that's how I met him.
That's one way.
My mom works with his mom too. It's just like we're connected. Like, not anymore, but like we were. Like,
yeah. Ryan's kind of
get away from him.
He's one of those hard people too. Like, he messed you up if you try to mess with him.
Dude, he got body slammed. Or no, he body slammed the JROTC kid. That's right.
Let's go.
Oh my god, I remember now.
Listen here, Private Pile.
I'd always get him.
Y'all played punchies?
Yeah, I'd always beat him.
I don't see how, dude. You wasn't. I mean, you bulked up a lot since high school. You used to be my size during high school.
I was like 170 in high school.
Oh, more than me.
I weigh more than I look, bro. Like,
yeah, I think my mom's seen a picture. She's like, I ain't seen Jordan in a long time. What's he look like? And I just pulled up a picture. She's like, dang, he built. He's like, he filled out. Like, not in a fat way. You just like, you got some meat on them bones.
Yes, sir.
Homie been lifting them 4L60s out too much. Done got him some muscles.
That's what it is, dude.
Bet you just up there lifting up a T56 straight up in there. Don't even care.
Yes, sir. That's how you do them front wheel drive transmissions.
God, don't even need a trans jack. He is
No,
the trans jack.
I can hold that sucker on my shoulder.
I heard they ain't really that heavy.
LS block.
Well, aluminum one? Or you ain't talking about no cast block.
I can lift up the block.
A cast block?
I can lift up a cast block. I can lift up an aluminum short block.
I know aluminum ain't heavy for nothing, but cast block, dude, that's God.
Cast block's like a little over 200, I think.
It probably weighs. I wouldn't say double.
I weigh 200, so I mean, I should be able to lift up 200.
I weigh 135, dude. I think that 2 LS blocks definitely weigh way over double me.
That's how it be.
That's just how it
Dude, John Mattingly could lift up an iron block. He lifted it into the parts washer.
Dude, he's got that you-know-what strength for sure.
Yeah.
Like, he gets to grunting.
He's got that farm boy strength, what it is.
He gets to grunting. You know he's about to do something unworldly.
Dude, farm kids are pretty strong, but like them big ones, dude, they just got that stupid strength.
There was another John that went to our school, dude. He'd get to grunting and he'd do something unmatchable.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He's who I mentioned earlier, dude. He's in the etc. category because he was on another playing field. I hope, man.
I remember so much now. That's brought back so many memories.
Some sort of afterlife. I just imagine just like a sandbox world. I want to just like have
just spawn them in.
Just random people. Just have them fight each other. Have them interact with each other. Yeah, I hope life is just one big sandbox afterwards where we can just mess with our memories.
I'm just playing Sims, but it's real life.
Oh, that's
You're
good.
Gonna make a million trade schools and a million dealerships.
A million dealerships.
I just want all the fucking master techs to go home and drink. I don't know why, but I just picture every middle-aged, like, blue-collar job working person drinking a fucking 12-pack when they get home.
They've got to, dude.
It's got me a little more. I'd say I never would have drank much if I didn't become a mechanic. Because I was never around, like, drinking. And, like, I started Ford, and not even, like, a month later, it's like, oh, we're all going to the bar to drink. And, service manager's retiring, he's buying everyone drinks.
I definitely wouldn't be as hooked on energy drinks if I didn't get in the trade.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly Tyler's the reason I'm hooked on energy drinks.
I've kind of laid off the like big major energy drinks since we got that Dubby sponsor, but I try it because, dude, buying them energy drinks, they get expensive. I was getting like cases and it still was like super expensive.
I buy them, I don't even care.
Yeah. Dude, I'm on a budget, man. Homie on a budget.
This is what trade school prepares you for, is buying energy drinks, smoking on the job, drinking on the job. There's kids that sneak in alcohol, I remember. Some kids suck in vodka and automotive.
I know in our trade school, I think, which our teacher he was like dip as long as he didn't see it, he didn't care. But dude, he got so mad because they kept spitting in the trash can, and I kid you not, dude, if you walked 5 feet from that trash can, it would smell like wintergreen enough to knock you down. Oh. And he got so mad. He's like, for the rest of the day, if I see you with a dip in, you're swallowing it. I'm like, God. Everybody's like, yeah, can I go to the bathroom real quick? Because I was going to go spit it out.
Yeah. Dude, I swear, I can't. There was so much dipping. It just blows my mind how much dip was like a thing.
Dude,
it should not have been such a big deal, but it was.
Dude, it's like, I would say more than half the people in the physical trades. Yeah, like, people are trying, like, if you didn't dip, they try to get you to. Be like, hey, man, take a pinch.
I'm trying to get me to.
Yeah.
Like, you dip? I'm like, no. They're like, oh, pussy.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't dip. Oh, yeah, let's see who gets fucking cancer.
You'd like it if you tried it.
I bet not. My head's spinning.
I got enough expensive hobbies. I don't
We
need
had
something
one
else.
kid that would spit in the drains because we had the drains in automotive.
Oh my God, Sneed would have killed somebody.
Yeah, so Burge got fucking pissed, bro, and he had this kid clean out the drains every day. It was like a month of cleaning the drains, dude.
Dude, those punishments them shop teachers give you was
Dude,
insane.
I felt bad for him. I was like, damn, that's a fucking rough one.
God. I know one kid. Well, I don't really know how much you'd understand about this story or anybody because it's a specific machine, but one kid had the tool post too close to a lathe chuck, and the jaws of the chuck were open up too wide. Dude, he smashed every single one of those jaws into that tool post, and dude,
Oh my god.
Sneed had him rebuild that whole lathe chuck. Like, I do not blame. It took him like the rest of the semester too. Like he was
Damn.
mad. He was big mad. I know one big accident that happened in shop class, and it was before my time. But a kid, like, I kid you not, he was using the vertical bandsaw. It was either vertical bandsaw or something on the lathe. But dude was just chopped his finger off, and Sneed asked him,
Damn.
he's like, why'd you do it? He's like, I don't know, I just wanted to see what it felt like. Like, dude, okay. Luckily, like somebody had like a Burger King cup like full of ice, and they were smart enough to put his finger inside the cup and get him to wherever.
Like,
Dude, homie deserved to lose his finger being that dumb. Like, I know.
like that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's. I know the whole severed finger thing definitely happened, but I can't remember if it was him just saying he just wanted to see what it felt like, or if something like an actual accident happened. I can't remember, but. Yeah, that was.
We had one dude who never paid fucking attention to shit, and he'd always talk to this one fat chick, and they just like goof off the whole time. I don't know why they even took the class. And we had, you gotta lift a car and have Burge watch you, and you gotta pass the test to do anything in the fucking shop. So this dude fucking jacks up the car, and of course, when he lowers it down, it fucking starts leaking oil. Fucking jack stand on the oil pan. Bug just right through it, dude. It just burst right through it. Like you just heard crunch.
I don't know if it
Kinda
was. Were you in trade school just 2 years, junior and senior?
No, I was in it for 3.
I don't know if it was like.
4 classes.
I don't know if it was like this for automotive, but I know machine tool, as the years progressed, dude, we got the like dumbest people in. Like it would get worse and worse. Like my senior year, dude, it was full blown idiots. Like actually,
Really?
if you go back and ask like Sneed now, he will tell you like it just progressively got worse with like the idiots. I think he literally was trying to buy his retirement by like the last couple years. He was so over it, dude. Like these kids like just went in that class to just goof off. And man, I get it, class sucks and everything, but whenever you're working around heavy equipment and like machines that can kill you, it is no time to goof around. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
like I said, that one kid.
Do you
like,
want to
lost
get
his
in the
finger.
machine anyway, like tooling machine?
Man, that's actually a really good story. I got put in trade school by complete accident, and that's how I got in sophomore year. Was I took PE class, and the class was full, and they didn't realize it. Like I was literally in the gym waiting for the class to start, and the guidance counselor got me and was like, "Hey, this class is full. We're gonna have to put you in a different class." Like it was literally time to go to class, that class, and she was like, "Here's the available classes," and like they all kind of sucked. I didn't want to take art. I didn't want to take any of that crap, and she was like machine tool, and I was even still. I'm like, man, I do not want to be one of those trade school guys. I do not want to be that part of that culture. And she was like, well, that's all you got. You got to pick something. And my dad bass fished. Me and my dad did. And I remember Sneed, he makes fishing lures. And I'm like, well, I can kind of relate to that. And then I was like, well, my grandpa, he was a tool and die maker on a submarine back in the Navy. And I was like, my dad, he took that class. My grandpa took the class. I was like, I'll just take machine tool. I got down there and, dude, I kid you not, I hated that class for like the first semester, maybe even second. I was always having my dad pull me out of class early. Like, I just hated it. I couldn't get into it. And I finally just, like, I actually gave it a chance. I think really it was my fault for not giving it a chance. I just hated being there. And, man, I got into it. And, here I am to this day. And I even asked Sneed, I was like, what do you think about me taking your job after you retire? He's like, you better hang up right now and never talk to me ever again, because you better not do that. You're about to ruin your life. Like, I love it. And if something ever happens and the podcast super blows up and they ever ask us to go speak, I would not hesitate, dude. I would love to tell my whole story, especially if I start my business up and start machining. If they ever want me to come speak, I'd love that. Like, there's kids like me that don't know that they have the potential to do good in a trade, and they're shy.
Sure. I think that was me in automotive too.
And that being down there brings out a different side of you. Like, I'd have a question in math class and I wouldn't ask it because I was too shy. I was just that kid. I was that kid that was quiet and shy and didn't want to ask questions.
Yeah, that's the same way.
Shop classes, if you don't ask questions, either you're going to get hurt or you're not going to get your project done. You have to ask questions.
I felt like a total dumbass for like the first 2 or 3 classes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, a lot of kids, they need to, the goofy kids need to go to goofy class, and they need to like make it. They need to really, because I think it's still like this to this day, where there's too much of a narrative push to go to college, get college credits. There's not enough kids. There's not enough people learning that there's so much more money in these trades, and
there's so much potential like for kids, and they don't even realize it.
I could have went to college and probably made a little bit more money. I don't know. From my standpoint now, where I want to be in a business, a college degree isn't helping me very much starting my own business. I'm eventually going to be my own boss. But, man, these manufacturing trades and automotive trades, for at least my standpoint, they want to see time on the floor. They want to see manual time, because time in a classroom, I mean, like, a book can tell you a certain instance, but actually being there, nothing's the same, dude. Working on a car, nothing's the same. Working on a machine metal job, every metal has a different Rockwell. It's got a different surface speed. Like,
for sure.
There's so many times where I'll get an RPM and a feed rate down, and I'll be like, well, this is a ballpark. I'm in a ballpark. I have to play it by ear. You can't sit there and listen to a machine cutting metal in a classroom.
Yeah.
Same thing with a car. You can't sit there and listen to an engine noise, learning from a book.
Exactly. You don't know how engines are supposed to sound until you're around them. I think automotive really helped me get a job.
I agree.
The student ASE certifications.
Yeah.
And even though my first 2 dealer jobs, I really didn't even take that serious. Like, I wasn't bad at them, but I could have done better. But by the time I went to Ford, I still wasn't real serious about it, but I enjoyed it. Ford really put me into a good mindset, I think.
Yeah, same. I didn't even know that. My
first 2 jobs, I hated just some things.
I didn't even know that trade school would even give you certifications before I got down there. Like, you can actually get state certificate, mine was a national certification.
I got 2 certifications, or 3 maybe. You get 8. Caleb actually got all 8.
Jeez. Yeah,
he's the 3rd student Burge ever had to do that.
From where we had so much curriculum in machine tool, after we got the main milling certification, we pretty much he didn't really have any students that really kept going down that pathway, because learning the CNC side takes so much time. I've been doing this for going on 6 years, and I'm still nowhere near. I'm still learning new stuff, basic new stuff about these machines, and it's only getting more complicated.
For sure, I still learn a lot of shit on LSs every day that I'm just like, wow, I should have done that.
Yeah. Well, that pretty much covers the culture. Very, very broad and messy. See, that's the fun thing about this miniseries. I don't want to hold it to any crazy high standard. This is kind of just going to be our midweek show that's fun to do. Not, we get off topic, whatever. Enjoy the show. Yeah. Enjoy the mess.
Just us having a good conversation.
We kind of played around the idea of having some guests on here too, especially kind of just as a limited series, but we definitely want to get some guests on. We've got some people that we went to school with that can add some amazing stories to this. So look forward to that. Definitely look forward to that. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. This mini-series is here for only a limited time, so enjoy the episodes while they're here. And we will definitely see you guys on Friday for our typical show, Cars and Health Bars.